What is up, guys?
What's up?
We are back.
Back in the
Existential
building.
Assistance. It's been a while since you were here in studio.
It has, dude. It's been a long time.
It
Had
feels
a lot
good.
of phone interviews and all that, but
Dude, I think we're getting pretty good at that, and I think our picks are going to continue to get better too because we're paying a little bit more attention to the fights. You know what I mean?
yeah, more than just the top fighters, trying to get a little bit more diverse. You know, we got to know those farther even past the top 10. You know, we got to go into them divisions.
Yeah.
Welterweight is extremely deep right now to me, and you know there's some divisions that there's a lot of guys that are contending. You know, so
It's just there's so much talent right now
Yeah.
that you could talk about so much.
the sport's peaking right now. You know,
You got to give the guys credit that actually can break down everybody because
for sure.
it's crazy. I don't have even the brain capacity probably for all that. But what's been going on with you, man? You got some new glasses?
Yeah, man.
What are those? Those like the Puerto Rican huggers or something?
Yeah, man.
Those look good.
Had to switch it up.
Hugo Boss. I like those.
Just healing my eyes, you know. The contacts were getting to me.
That's what's up, dude.
This is a little bit more natural.
A little natural. I like those. You were wearing contacts for a while, then, huh?
Yeah, for like years, but it damages your eye after a while. I feel like, you know,
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's more natural. My eyes are breathing, and I feel good.
Bro, so you recently you experienced something that I'm super familiar with, bro.
Tooth pain came and haunted me, but I got it taken care of. But it's there's nothing like a bad tooth pain, man.
Bro, there's nothing like an infected
It almost
tooth.
takes control of your whole brain. I feel like it just like shuts down like the thinking side almost.
Well,
it's just like
when you think about it, dude, the infection doesn't have far to go to get to your brain.
yeah,
You
no, it
know,
doesn't.
I had so many experiences with infections and even abscesses where, man, I would just honestly be shaking. And when I think of the worst pain I've ever been in, physical pain, man, I don't think anything really rivals teeth pain, man. I've had knee surgeries, I've multiple stitches in my fingers and my hands, but nothing can really rival like an infected tooth that needs pulled, bro.
Yeah.
And you've been riding it out with that for a while.
Yeah. No, I need to stop neglecting myself.
Those ibuprofen 600s only work for so long.
That's what I told him in there too, but no, I just been doing it all natural now, all off the pain meds, you know, healing up. But
Yeah.
feels
It's good you got it pulled out quickly.
Feels good, man. Yeah. Heck of a relief.
All right, man. Well, let's get into a few things that we can talk about, bro. I wrote down football trades because some crazy moves were made, man, and especially for my boys here, man.
Yeah.
My Jaguars. I'm excited, dude, because we had to make a big change, and there was only a few options, and I heard like some whispers of like Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And then some whispers of Tannehill in Miami, and I was like, listen, if we get rid of Bortles and we sign someone like that, we're shooting ourselves in the foot.
No,
Like,
I agree.
We're not
It's not an
moving
upgrade.
forward.
It's not an upgrade, you know.
Exactly.
You
So
don't want to get the same model quarterback that you already have, you know.
we don't need another backup.
Yeah, exactly. And those guys are all backups, and they're gonna go be a backup somewhere, you know. So.
And that's what Blake's gonna do. I think Bortles is gonna get signed to the Rams. I saw something where he's gonna be getting paid by the Jags and the Rams for a year.
Yeah, you guys, because you guys had a longer contract with him.
Yeah.
So I think it's like $5 million or something this year, or maybe more.
But we signed
I think
Super
it looks
Bowl
good.
MVP.
Yeah,
dude. We took him.
that was a good pickup. You know, I already miss him being an Eagles fan, but I think it's good for him to get a starting job.
He deserves it, man. I told you he.
It's the second time that he has left the Eagles for a new team. The first time was the Rams. It didn't go so well, so I'm thinking this time it's gonna go.
And he came back to the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we drafted him. Then like other stuff had happened, and coaching regime changed to Chip Kelly, and then he ended up. He had a great season, but then we ended up moving him.
Huh. And then, what was he only gone for a year?
He was gone, I think, like a year and some change. He almost retired before the Super Bowl. Then he came back, won the Super Bowl as a backup, and then last year he put us on a playoff run. So he's
And he almost did it again, man. And I was
they
saying,
got on a run for sure.
I was telling you, if you guys didn't make him your starter, that you'd lose him.
Oh yeah.
And then we picked him up, man. I'm excited for it.
I was happy. I didn't think there was a better situation than going to Jacksonville. You know, they need a. That was like the one thing this team's been missing. You know, now get him some receiver help in the draft, or I think he needs a weapon or two. But I think the team's ready. You know, maybe a couple more. Maybe offensive line and stuff. But
I think we need a dynamic player on offense. I think we need one guy that can be a go-to guy.
And I don't know if it's like. Fournette, maybe after injury, he's been banged up, so I don't know if it's at the running back position or a receiver or tight end, something. He just needs that one weapon that he can go to, like, in big situations, you know? I don't know if they have it right now on the roster. I mean, if Fournette plays like he did his rookie year, it has the potential, you know? But he's always banged up. That's the thing. I don't know.
And the thing about Fournette is I wonder if he's really that dynamic player that I'm talking about that can change the game in one play. Like, yes, he can break tackles and he can run 80-yard.
That home run hitter.
But we need that shake and bake, that just nasty threat. And I think Leonard Fournette, if he can stay healthy, can be our power back. And T.J. Yeldon can go in between the X's and O's. But I think we need that deep ball threat. That dynamic.
If he makes one person miss, he's taking him to the house.
Yeah,
you know?
we need that dynamic, dude. And some of our guys can step into that role, you know. D.D. Westbrook impressed me a lot. Moncrief's not.
They got some young receivers.
Moncrief's, still getting better. And
he's
who was the rookie? Clark Jr. Yeah. He had some drops, some pivotal plays that they tried.
And I think they signed.
Fans got on.
I don't know who else they signed, but I know they were signing some other guys. So.
We signed some people too, so we'll see what happens with Jacksonville. I'm in a better place in my mindset of this coming season, knowing that we're gonna invest in an actual a Super Bowl MVP. It doesn't get better than that.
No,
you know what I mean?
And it's for a couple of years at least, you know. Even if you guys want to groom a young quarterback in a couple of years, you can still have Foles for the transition, which is a good thing, you know.
Or Foles could work out, and he's not old.
Yeah, no, he still has plenty of years left, so.
That's exciting, man.
Yeah, for sure. No.
And then my boy, what's that?
What else happened?
I was thinking of my boy Masvidal. I'm sorry.
Bro. Yeah.
I was so
That was ridiculous.
Dude, that was the first time I got super excited at the finish of a fight in a while.
That was a crazy, very crazy fight. That punch, that was vicious, man.
Well, he showed it to Till earlier in the fight. And I don't think Till understood that there was more behind it. You know, Till thought I can eat these punches.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, flatlined him, bro. That was awesome. I'm glad we did that video. Man, it took me 3 days, dude. I'm not even lying, to upload it.
Did it?
I don't know if YouTube went through. I heard that they were doing upgrades.
Yeah.
And I literally started uploading it on Sunday, and then it went into Monday afternoon, and I was like, all right, something's wrong with this upload. So I restarted it Monday evening.
Yeah.
It didn't upload till the middle of the night last
Oh
night.
my
Last
God.
night, bro.
Yeah, I seen it was just up.
Bro, it was last night, so it's a little late. We shot that video right after the fight.
Yeah.
It was the first time we had a good turnaround.
Right? Yeah.
So we'll try to keep doing that. It just worked out with our schedules that night, but nonetheless, it's up today now, and then tomorrow's Thursday's thoughts will go up, and then this will go up after it. So we'll have a little stint there with some videos coming out.
Stephen Thompson this weekend, right?
Yeah, versus Anthony Pettis. So
yeah, that'll be fun.
I like having these fights every weekend, man.
No, it is nice. It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be such a waiting period. I felt like.
And people bitch that the cards aren't as good, and it's like, well, enjoy martial arts a little bit, and just watch a fight. Not every football game.
And there's always some potential, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
some of
they
these
just don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
They just want to see blood and someone get knocked out.
Some of these guys are up and coming in the division, you know, in a couple years, they will probably be ruling it, you know, you don't even realize.
They just don't know what they're looking for, you know what I mean? Because they don't understand it, so they need action, action, action. But man, I've been working a lot lately, dude, with mindfulness in my own life, man, because I went through it was almost over a month there, bro, where I got in a cycle of anxiety and then obsessing and then just starting it all over again and letting it control me, bro. And I went for a little over a month just with really bad anxiety, really bad intrusive thoughts, and then one day I was just like, dude, like you need to take back control of your mind.
Uh-huh.
And I just went back to my roots, man, and investigated some of the doctors that I know. I like to follow their treatment plans, and I just went back into my toolkit of all the stuff I knew from growing up with OCD and anxiety and stuff, and I've been practicing them a lot more, and I've been feeling a lot better, man. We've been discussing it on Thursday's Thoughts. Sometimes it's really philosophical, and then sometimes, it's just motivation for each other, but, so what I'm getting to is, I went to some massage therapy today I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
At Ancient Touch Massage Therapy it's Dr. Ali Bahimji.
Uh-huh.
And how I found, you can keep that because you're going to like this guy. How I found this guy was, man, my back has been acting up and I needed like a real good deep tissue massage. And Giovanni Googled it, and this is what popped up.
Interesting.
And, I Googled massage therapy, and this is what popped up. So, I called him, and he seemed like, when he answered the phone, he said, hey, I'm way too blessed to be stressed. And I was like, all right, I like this guy. So I went into him, and he turns out to be a doctor of psychology. He has a philosophy degree, and he's also a massage therapist he's from India. And he tells me, he says, am I familiar with the term shaman? And right when he said that, I thought of you. And I was hoping you could kind of describe a shaman a little bit. Like what that, not exactly is, but what is it really?
To me, what a shaman is like somebody that really sees the universe for what it is. And with that, it's like they're always working with it, it's with the laws of it, and and then they go around also in a way like helping people see themselves or see this universe for what it really is, and
So, let me stop you there. So, in a way, it's like a spiritual psychologist.
Yeah, for sure. They're definitely like the helpers, and more of like an in between the two, like the physical and the metaphysical,
Well, that was really his real philosophy. Was the mind and the body, and he believes a lot of the stuff that goes on in the body starts in the mind.
Yeah.
And he knew his stuff, man, because he told me, he's like, I don't think your issue with your back is starting in your back. And I said to him, I could believe that because I've never had any issues with my back.
Uh-huh.
And he said, you feel this dip right here in my pec? And I said, yeah. He said, I'm going to realign your pec muscle. It's out of line. It's underneath the other muscle.
Uh-huh.
So he put my arm in this position, and it was kind of feeling like a pressure point, and he pulled up, and it kind of shifted.
Yeah.
And he said, you feel that? And now it's smooth again.
Yeah.
And he said it could have been like that for a long time. And he did a whole like deep tissue massage, some acupuncture, and he did some cupping on my back.
Yeah.
And he said some prayers, and it was really what it did for me. And we talked for a while. We shared philosophies, different psychologies, and what it really did for me is it combined the healing of a massage therapist.
Uh-huh.
He also connected some philosophies to deal with my anxiety, just trying to stay in the now more, because when we're in the now, and I was just talking about on Thursday's Thoughts, so it's crazy that he said this to me today. He said when we're in the now, we don't worry about the past, and we're not scared of the future. So if you can always learn to be in the now,
yeah,
you won't be dealing with most of those things. And
for sure.
and that's a pretty it's of course an awesome philosophy, but and then he also connected. I'm sorry, I'm excited about it. He also connected the spiritual aspect with it too.
Mm.
So it was it was an awesome experience, and
And it feels great when you you have that feeling that you're on the right path, or this was supposed to happen. That is one of the best feelings,
Well, he was asking how I found him,
uh-huh,
because people don't find him by accident. Somebody sends them there, and he was saying, and I was talking to him about how I'm a psychology student and I'm going to graduate soon, and he thought it was funny because he said that saying, when the student is ready to learn, the teacher will appear. So he was really cool, and I'm gonna go back for some more sessions with him, and I'm honestly gonna see if until I complete my psychology course, which is like, I think in September, if I can go there and just kind of shadow him for like maybe 1 day a week or 2 days a week, and just kind of learn his mindfulness techniques, because I think that calming of the mind can really benefit me in my own life, but learning those techniques and bringing them with me as I graduate, and learning them from an actual instructor in the field will be super beneficial. And I think this is a guy where I can do that, where it won't be so formal, and I'll be able, because the issue I've been, because I haven't been able to do any internships because I have to work full time as well, going to school full time, working full time. It's difficult, and there are people that do it, and I give them all the credit in the world. But for me, I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to get my experience. So I'm really excited about this guy, and I'm gonna do some more investigation into how I can start to work with him.
Yeah, I was definitely.
You have to go for a massage though, bro.
Yeah, I want to now. He
Man,
was very.
It's really, really good. And I was talking to him about you know the Wim Hof breathing method.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been practicing that a lot lately too, because.
Was he familiar?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I get these so I get these anxieties, and I get in this place where it's like it's hard to get out of it. So I was researching Wim Hof, and I've been doing one of his breathing techniques. Let me see if I can pull it up here. And what happens as you get into halfway through the session of the breathing, your hands start to get real tingly.
Yeah.
For me, my neck into my chin would get tingly, almost like your head's falling asleep or your hand's asleep. And I'm glad I watched the video first, because he says, actually try to intensify that, like go towards that feeling, because it's a little bit startling at first. So I've been doing that, man, and it's really been helping, man. When I can remember to take care of my mind, man, the physical comes with it. And
I've always liked the cold water and the cold water showers and stuff. That stuff is amazing. I think it does a lot for your brain. Have you ever tried?
Yes, dude. I'll tell you, when we were living at that other house,
yeah.
I do that every single morning, and it worked great. And then we moved in here, and the baby, the baby's sleeping schedule in the mornings, bro. I want that warm shower. Don't shake me up at all. I'm just trying to make it to the coffee pot in the morning.
That shit.
So I gotta.
I can't do it in the morning sometimes. Like I have to do it like after a workout or something,
Oh,
but
man.
it's like almost like a complete restart. I get you can feel the endorphins.
There you go, the Iceman. Cold showers, the Wim Hof style. Yeah, man. So the breathing is it's crazy, man, because
these are simple techniques that could like change your life, like and help you regain strength of your brain again. You know what I mean? Just slowing down and taking control and focusing on your breathing allows you to like take control of your brain at the same time. You know what I mean? And same with the cold water. Like when you're able to like endure it, or like just feel the goodness of it, it's like it puts you on like another place almost, like where you're able to like a higher perspective or something, because it's like
humbling, it's clearing,
it's clearing, grounding, it's like everything
brings you to right here, right now,
into the present, you know what I mean?
You can't escape it.
Yeah, it's crazy some of the hidden things that you can just change a little bit,
and get massive results, man. And I was never real big into spirituality. I have my connection with my higher power and God, but before we started the crystal bowl meditation, I never was, I was ignorant to that kind of stuff. And you can really pair that with the science of psychology and create a holistic type of healing, man. But I don't think you can live an unhealthy life and have a healthy mind, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
No, that does make sense for sure.
So
I think it all the mind.
Well, there'll be the cognitive dissonance there.
And I read a book recently, and it was talking about it's like Creative Mind by Ernest Holmes, and he talks about your mind projects what's going on in the inside into the outside. So it's like a mirror, you know what I mean? Whatever you see in the mirror, so whatever the world sees in your brain is going to be around you. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're seeing these negative thoughts and stuff, you're gonna have like negative stuff happening around you.
The law of attraction.
It's basically the law of attraction, but like a deeper look into it. It's like you just have to work with the power instead of against it, and there's one power. You know what I mean? And it's like we try to turn it into two different ones, but it's just one, and don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I
like
gotta
don't work
remember
against
this stuff, man. Check these out. You remember these, bro? When we first started our journey through meditation and stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I have to pull these out, man. I have to remember these sometimes, man, because, you know, if nothing else, like people think the crystals and stuff is woo woo and stuff, but if it makes you feel better, placebo effect, whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
It's all about what works for you,
It's
man.
all about your experience,
And
what you feel. You know what I mean? Go with that. That's not gonna deceive you. You know?
no, man, no. Most of the time, you know what's gonna work for you, you know. And I think if you can open your mind to other ideas, you know, you'll be surprised at what you can find sometimes, you know. And I'm enjoying the meditation and the visualization and the spirituality because, like, dude, I would visualize exactly what is going on right here, right now, with my daughter in this house, with my girlfriend at meditation, bro. We go there every week, and this is what I lay and do every time.
No,
and it's here, man. And I did a Thursday's Thoughts about it. I know I keep going back to that.
The manifesting and stuff like that is, and through visualization is crazy, you know. But it's just like holding the thought in for like an extended period of time just like makes it so much more powerful, you know. It's
see it for yourself before it's happening. That way, you know, when you get to those, for me, it's like, because I get nervous, and, you know, what this whole thing about is my anxiety it's turned into, but if I can feel like I've been there before, man, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it prepares you, you know, because, I mean, I think, like, as an anxious person, you're already thinking of, like, every possible possibility. So now, but if you see one in a meditation that's clearer than maybe than all those other possibilities you're thinking of, and then you're seeing the signs, like, adding up, like, this is about to happen, and this is something you want to achieve, you know what I mean? When maybe those other ones were, like, the bad parts of it, you know? So if we can just try to block that out, they talk about, like, also, like, so many people know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want, you know what I mean? So if you're approaching it from, I don't want this, it's going to manifest almost, like, that way, like, you're not going to get it, because it's how it's, like, the words are so strong, you know what I mean? So it's, like, you have to be so direct with, like, I want this instead of I don't want this, you know what I mean? Instead of just living, like, be precise with what you want.
Yeah, be clear with what you want.
Yeah.
And the visualization for me is, you know, my brain, it likes to see the steps, you know, and when I can lay those out in my mind and I can see a clear path to what I want, it makes all the road work seem easier.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing, like, about, like, setting goals and stuff. You kind of, like, want, like, checkpoints along the way, like you're saying with the steps, like, that, like, if I achieve this, I'm one step closer to this, you know what I mean? And they just keep building on that, you know?
You're building blocks to success, man.
But that's, like, about, like, continuing to, like, keep chasing it, you know, those, just find like happiness in it, you know, or like
well, you know,
in the feeling of achieving that, or like, or even just the progression, you know. The progression's a beautiful thing.
Well, I'll tell you something, as we talk about success and we move into those conversations and talk about going after what you want and dedication and drive and you know, embracing it, man, we need to get Andrew on here. Because what he's done, bro, in the last
for a young man,
4 years, bro,
for a young man,
saw what he wanted and took a chance, moving to the company that he's with now, and he has worked his way to the top, bro.
Yeah. What do you think of his, like, his philosophies on that type of stuff? Does he talk about any of that?
Yeah, oh yeah. We have to get him on here. But his philosophies,
speaking to existence and stuff like that, or
his philosophies are different than mine, and he'll have to explain them, but his philosophies are very business orientated, very go get it, you know. But I will have to say I'm very proud of him lately because he's coming into his own and he's realizing everybody is different. He's realizing more I think he's getting more in touch with himself, and that's all I really want to say because I want to get him on here and let him do that,
I would love
because
to see that for sure.
I'm gonna get him on here really soon, and
Yeah.
we'll dig into that stuff because he is an inspiration. He makes me, man.
For a young guy too. I mean, he's younger than both of us.
Yeah, for how young he
freaking
is.
Crazy, you know.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm super excited. We'll get him on here soon.
Work.
We're getting close to 25 minutes. I don't know how much longer everyone's gonna want to listen to us talk. But we just killed another really good episode, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I like it when we can talk like that, and the nerves are less and less each time. And as we get into the videos, I just almost forget we're recording.
Yeah.
So man, I'm super excited about this. The MMA show's up. Thursday Thoughts is coming out tomorrow. This video will be up shortly after that, and then we'll be back to recap a phone-in interview after the fights.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we'll say Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Because it's a nighttime event, so
in the morning.
I'll call you Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be.
Alright guys, we'll catch you soon. Like I said every time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us a comment. We appreciate it. Peace.